the decision at a certain point that they weren't going to have hip-hop here anymore because there's too many problems. And they were just going to have 3 floors of rock. You know, and that's actually how this all started, was 3 floors of fun. And they started having hip-hop in the basement, and they had alternative music on the middle floor, and then techno on the top floor. And at a certain point, they moved the hip-hop to the middle floor because it started to be super popular. And interestingly, there was a lot of fights at a hip-hop club, and they shut it down. So I told them that if they let me run the floor, there wouldn't be any more problems. At that point, you know, the way that people dealt with people from the city, and, you know, Detroit means a lot to me, so this is important to me too. The way that people dealt with the kids that were coming here from Southwest and the gangs, like, from all over the city to hear the music, you know, they'd get in a fight and they would start cursing at them and all that. And instead, what I would do is I would just go up and talk to them, like, yo, you know, you can leave all this stuff at home, come here and have a good time and hear the music. You know, because that's the shit that, you know, saved my life. I don't know about you guys, but that's what helped me. Anyway, this kid used to come in and close the night, starting in about late 1993. This kid House Shoes, and he would come in and be like, "Who's that on the stage?" And what had happened was DJ Cheese would come here, and he ended up getting in a fight with the DJ from the basement, so he got fired. And they were looking for someone to fill the spot. And I'd watched House Shoes, like, over the course of time, you know, mix records. Now, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff happening in St. Andrews Hall. Like, I've seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt. I was a kid up here with the Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt, you know, in the 80s. And Nirvana here in 1991. And, you know, all this shit that was super important to the culture as a whole. In 1994, you know, we got to see House Shoes and Tony Oliveira's here? Yeah, he's here. Anyway, we got to see House Shoes and Tony fill the floor every Friday night, 1,200 people, and play hip-hop music, right? And we were able to keep that going for years, right? You shut up and play something, right? Anyway, House Shoes used to start playing music, like, I can run down the list, you know, the first time I heard the Far Side, the first time I heard that Shimmy Shimmy Ya stuff from Old Dirty Bastard, the first time I heard, you know, the tracks from Nas, all of that stuff came here, you know, because they weren't playing this shit on the radio. You didn't have the fucking internet that you could go to and download your mixtape. So it was important to me that I got to hear that stuff. And that shit changed my life. I'm going to talk a little bit about people who aren't here that mean a lot to me. You know, this kid Quincy used to skateboard here from the east side. Yeah! There used to be this dude named Titus. He used to come here, he had a rubber band. Yeah! You guys know him as Batim. This guy Proof. And, you know, I know these people from just meeting them on the floor here and talking to them on a regular basis. You know, and I got to see those people go on to do great things from this city, you know, from this place. And, you know, that means a lot to me. And without House Shoes, a lot of that shit wouldn't have happened, you know, because he kept it. You know, he kept it going after I left, and he kept the faith. You know, he took it all across the city to all different venues. You know, it's an honor. You know, when House Shoes asked me to do this, I wasn't sure what I would say. But I can tell you that it's an honor to know this man. He's like a brother to me, and I don't know.
Thank you.
That's all I got. Thanks for
So
listening.
what it comes down to, the reason that Leto is so important to me is my shit. There was a fight at St. Andrews Hall about 18 years ago in April of 1994. I want y'all to shut the fuck up and pay attention real quick, okay? This is real shit we're talking about. Your history that you need to know. This is an integral person in the history of Detroit hip-hop. This motherfucker right here got me my job at St. Andrews, yo. I want y'all to understand that. Leto was the head of security at St. Andrews Hall in 1994. There was a fight in the basement. DJ Cheese, who was one of the hip-hop DJs on the main floor, got in a fight with the DJ who was playing all alternative records in the basement, and they fired him. And Leto plugged me in, yo. 18 years ago. And that's where this journey started, man. If it wasn't for him, who the fuck knows, yo? Like, it might not be a house shoes. Almost 20 years later, I'm putting a record out, finally. We're about to get into that. I'm about to play you the whole record from beginning to end. Detroit is very heavily represented on that album because I very heavily have represented Detroit music throughout my career. You feel me? Make some noise for Detroit fucking music right now. Real shit. Mo Dirty, where you at? Let's get this shit popping.